The greatest time to learn the ministry and how to be successful in it is in your youth. It's when you're young and still have time to learn and to build on yourself. That is the greatest time for you to be in the ministry and to learn the ministry. Basically, when you're younger, you have the greatest potential to learn than when you get older. And so you want to start when you are young. And really, not only is that the greatest time for you to learn the ministry, it is also the greatest time for the ministry is when you're young, because the ministry needs youthfulness. The ministry needs your strength, your muscle, your zeal as a young person, young man or woman. The ministry needs it. I believe that the youth are the legs of the church. I don't mean youth as in teenagers only, but young 20s, older 20s. You are the legs of the church. You carry what a lot of times is put forth by the pastor or by the elder leader. You carry the ministry where they are not able to. They may be the brains a lot of times, but a lot of times they need the muscle and the strength and the youthfulness to get these things in motion. And you are exactly that. So you need the ministry, and the ministry needs you. And I know the feeling of trying to be young and to be successful in the ministry, and to have those who look down on you because of your age, and those who don't listen, don't respect, don't any kind of that. They don't have respect for you or your ministry because you are younger. See, and the need for respect is so great, because as a minister, the ministry is for the working of the minister. And to be a minister means that you need to be ministering into people's lives. If you're not ministering into people's lives, then you're not ministering. You're not in the ministry. And in order for you to minister into people's lives, they need to be able to release you into the ministry. 1 Timothy 4:11, Paul is talking to Timothy, and first he says, these things command and teach, and he was releasing Timothy as a young man to go and to teach and to preach and to work in the ministry. But the very next verse, he started to warn Timothy. He says, look, let no man despise thy youth. He was letting him know, look, there are going to be struggles and battles as young people, as youth in the ministry, that a lot of times the older do not go through. They do not have those battles and those fights. But you're going to immediately look down upon because of your age. But he proceeds to explain to be an example of the believers, and he goes on, and we will talk about that in further videos. But basically, Paul was releasing Timothy in the ministry while he was still young, but he was warning him to watch out. Because you got to understand, people are going to say you're immature. People are going to say bad things about you. Maybe you've built a reputation in your younger years, and you haven't been able to outgrow that yet. People are going to look on you for these things. They're going to judge you and your ministry by your maturity, by your reputation, and all of that. And that presents a huge problem for the young minister, either a man or a woman. Presents a huge problem for you, because it's not only older people who will fight against you because of your youth, but also your peers will fight against you, and they will, say, why are they doing that? Why should I let them minister to me? They're the same age as me. There's so much fighting that goes on toward the young minister. And basically, you have to find a way to overcome all of that. And that is a lot of times the foundation of your success in the ministry, is to be able to overcome, first of all, your own reputation and the view that people have of you as a minister. 2 Corinthians 3:2 says, ye are our epistles, written in our hearts, known and read of all men. If you think people aren't going to watch you or take an account of everything you do in the ministry, you are wrong. 1 Timothy 4:12 gives us a clear example and a clear view of what you can do as a young minister to change all of that, to change your reputation, to change those who are old, those who are young, their view of you. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, conversation, charity, spirit, faith, and purity." Now, these are the traits you must have to prove your character. Verse 13 says, "Give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine." These are the pursuits that you must make to prove your understanding. "Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery." This is the attempt you must make to prove your loyalty. And he proceeds, he says, "Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all." You see what he's saying? He's saying these are the things you need to meditate on, to just completely engulf yourself in these things. If you can get these things right, he's saying, you may profit, and that profit may appear to all. And he proceeds, he says, "Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee." Take heed unto thyself. You have to take heed to yourself, to what you do, to your acts. Your reputation will be built upon your actions. So what you do will define the success of your ministry. My dad always quoted this verse, "Let no man despise thy youth," after I got done preaching or ministering of some sort. And I wish when I was younger that I had taken these verses of Scripture and studied them more closely and did as Paul said, to meditate upon these things and give myself wholly unto these things. If I had, I'm sure I would have avoided many of the difficulties in the ministry. And I just want to say more videos will follow. I want to go in detail about these ingredients that Paul gives on how to be successful in the ministry as a young person. And I want to close with this. If you want people to take you seriously in the ministry, then you need to take the ministry seriously. And that means in everything that you do. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to these things. And I promise you will build a new reputation. You will redeem yourself of any kind of past regrets. And you will overcome those who may view you as just a young person. God bless you, and until the next video, I will see you later.